Hi, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching, and today, with the help of Academy Sports Coach 2022, I want to talk to you about a session that I've designed with the help of a book that we have here available on the website called Playing in the Final Third 10 Sessions to Help Your Team Score More Goals. Um, really enjoyed this book in that, that we can talk about tactics, we can talk about this, that, the other thing. At the end of the day, the hardest thing we have to do in the game is to score the goal, is to get players to finish. How many times do you possess a team, shoot a team, dominate a team, play better, look better? Hey, they only had one lucky chance, but that team was able to take the chances and you had 15 shots and no goals. It's a difficult and frustrating part of the game. And this book talks a lot about some of the ways to kind of alleviate some of that stress and hopefully put some more balls in the back of the net. And I really like the first drill I took from the book. It's called the fence game. And what basically you have is I like to do something similar with just without the ball, where we're changing directions, we're mimicking. We call it the shadow game, where they're mimicking the movements of the other player. But I like this one because there's a lot of decision making, and you're teaching the technical ability of it, wrapped into kind of an idea of what you want them tactically to do. But you're also getting some of the plyometric and the physical movements you want to display in the game. Excuse me, going on in this drill. So we have here is a player here in black is going to dribble this ball. So it's a little closer to him. Is going to dribble to the fence, and the opposition player is going to run towards the fence. Now, the player can't go to the fence, so this player can go back and forth either way, dodge, feint, whatever, and then they want to explode to his side and beat the defending player to one of the gates. So what we're looking for is on this dribble, we're looking to control the ball. All right, we want to have a thought process. We're eyeing up the defense. We're dribbling, but we're looking at the opposition, figuring out what they're doing to make a read on what we should then do. Once we get to the fence, we're using some kind of deceptive move. We're dropping a shoulder. We're pulling a step over. We're dribbling one way with a pullback. We're doing some kind of explosive movement. So we're reading the situation. We're pulling a move, and we're exploding with pace to space. So we're beating our defender that way. In that we've got them one-footed, maybe we're looking for some visual cues, maybe once their feet are planted, maybe once we have their weight shifted to one way. But we're going to actively talk to the players about what physical cues they're reading to determine which way they should go. We're looking for the player to, turn their hip. Once you see their hip, go the other direction, you fly away. Whatever you're trying to get mostly out of this kind of singular action in the game, what you want your players to do in that moment, you can kind of take it down to the minute details of it and get them to really think about these situations. So where we go from here is we clear the space here and we'd go 2v1. So two players in the black in the attacking phase against one. And what we can do is we can set up little pug goals here, and it's kind of spaced out a little bit, but you'd have a little bit of a smaller grid, I suppose. And you got 2v1 here, and what we're looking for is we're adding that ability for this player to dribble or pass. Can you take this guy 1v1? All right, does he overshadow to the one side? Does he leave the space for you to dribble and attack? All right, so we're taking those visual cues we're reading. Is this a chance for us to dribble? If it's not there, then we're looking for them to make the decision to pass the ball away. So we're looking for the spacing. We're talking to players about those decision making, the visual cues reading off the player. We're looking defensively. What are they looking? On the other side, off the ball runs. Are we looking for width? Are we looking to drop off to give some depth? Are we looking to overlap? You can implement a lot of what you're trying to do in a 2v1 situation in the game by replicating here as much as possible. Hey, when you see this, I'd like you to do this. Okay, so the players are getting the option to see those different decisions they can make within the game. And then we have the yellow player. If the yellow player is able to win the ball, they're able to intercept. Okay, they can go and then attack towards this goal. So then we can even implement a little bit, and it's not going to be the focus of your session based on this, the overall purpose of the session, which is scoring the attacking third. But in some ways it is. We can talk about the pressing situation here. So they win the ball. How do we quickly and efficiently get the ball back? If you both press, you get split off to the races, right? So we talk about pressure and cover. We talk about 6-second rule, getting the ball back. Whatever you want your players, particularly in this situation, to do. So from there, what we'll do is we'll set up one more of the yellow guys here. And then we'll set up 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. One too many. And then we need 4 black players here. And what we're going to do is a 4v2, recreating the situation where you're in a numerical advantage, attacking wise. Oh, we need 2 more black players. And what we're doing here is that, yes, your number's up. We'll split a line in the middle here. So you have 2 fields. So in this situation, numerically attacking, we are numbers up. Mess these up. These guys should be here. I got them reversed here. But and we can change it in a second. But you have 4 attacking players against 2 defenders. So what you have basically is you have a 2v1 and a 2v1. But in reality, you have a 2v1 that could change if you change your direction to a 3v1 over here, or you can overload the numbers this way. You can stay the 2v1. You could go 1v1 against this guy. But we're looking to create numerical overloads, the heaviest numerical overload we can, getting the goal as fast as possible. So we're taking all those visual cues we're looking at, the 1v1 visual cue, the 2v1 read. We're adding a 3rd read, okay? An opposite defender. We're creating 2v1, 2v1. Do we change the space? Do we keep it over here? We're making the game more complex. So we're taking that decision-making from how to beat your guy to how do you beat your guy or pass the ball to how do you beat your guy or pass the ball or create numerical overload. So we're getting them more and more options, but we're keeping the ball and we're keeping it attacking, we're keeping it quick. If the defense wins the ball here, they would then transition to the 4 players in black, who would then attack the 2 yellow players. Then what I would do to up the difficulty here and just kind of keep it, if it's a little too easy and we're scoring every single time, it's not that challenging, we flip it and we go from there. We go to the 4 players in black to 2, and just flip all the guys. It's kind of what I was thinking, so I guess I subconsciously reverse this guy's on the lower end here. But let's say here, yellow wins the ball, they pass. How can we use our quick decision making and our speed and rate of play to create a situation where we do have a 2v1, or we do have a 1v1 on the outside, or we can get the defense stretched out? How can we attack as 2 strikers attack that back line? So we went from, hey, here's a numerical advantage, here's reading the situation, to, okay, how can we create those situations that aren't there? How can we create a numerical overload on the field when they have 4 players and we have 2? How do we make the field small with our dribbling ability? So this is a little bit more of an advanced concept that you're going to bring in, probably with more advanced players, obviously, some older players. But how can we create, using this run here, he goes at this guy, dribbles, we create a 2v1 situation because this defender can't go, because if he goes, he'll cut in and score. All right, so we're making the defense move, we're making the defense make decisions, and we're hopefully creating more and more scoring opportunities. So I really like this session because what I got out of the book is, it's not always about just getting the shots off. The shots will come. You can teach the technical aspects of that in any way you want. You could start, you could have done a warm up where you're just doing a little bit of shooting, to get them there. But we're talking about creating those chances in the final third quickly and efficiently, getting, the 2v1, the 1v1 situations, the 4v2 situations are all situations you're going to consistently see playing in the final thirds, trying to get shots on goal. So if you can create those chances and create more efficient chances, you can get into the expected goals and all that stuff. But if you can create more efficient chances, and you work on the technique of scoring as well, obviously, you're going to up your chances of putting more goals in the back of the net. And hopefully some of those games where you feel, hey, we outshot them, we outpossessed them, we did this and the other thing, didn't fall away. Hopefully you find those a little bit fewer and far in between. So again, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching and the help of Academy Sports Coach. I've got the session, some of the ideas for this session from the book we have available on the website called Playing in the Final Third, 10 sessions to help your team score more goals. And I'll put that in the comment section so you can check that out and check it out on the website for yourself. I'll also ask you guys in the comments, let me know some of the better finishing drills you have available. Do you have any warm-up drills for finishing? Sometimes I find the finishing drills I have are a little bit stagnant, or it's, the kids want to shoot, but getting that many chances on goal and making it quick and competitive, sometimes is a little bit of a challenge, especially when you have a lot of players and you have only limited goalies and you just don't want anyone to get hurt. So some quick and efficient ways you guys warm up your players to get into a finishing session. So again, my name is Matt Carroll, and I hope this session finds you well.